Now, Easter, of course, is a special day, and whether you're Christian or not, I think we can all relate to and want to connect with the idea of Easter, of the resurrection, of the idea of there being no death, that Christ rose from the dead. Well, he wasn't dead, right? We know that. You and I were in this group, in this community. You know that there's no death, there's only eternal life and a transformation or a transition from the physical to the non-physical. Okay. So this is why, to us, this is a very meaningful day to celebrate for those of us who are trying to connect with someone who is in the spirit world. Because, like Jesus Christ, they're not dead. And and so I know, because spirits have told me through sessions with people, that they love nothing more than when we celebrate these occasions with them. To them, like, every day is a day to celebrate. But these particular holidays have great significance to them as well. Okay, as well. So use any excuse to celebrate. Like, I hear Alan saying, you can say, how people here say, thank goodness it's Friday. He says, well, you can celebrate Friday like every week and say, hey, it's Friday, honey. Let's have a party. They're really saying, like, why not? Of course, Alan's saying we're kind of being silly because we know then it would be like ordinary because you're celebrating every day. But I think you get the picture, right? Like, what can you do to celebrate the truth, the reality that they're still here, and enjoy the day, take any occasion to mark that holiday, right? And celebrate. He's saying celebrate the heck out of it. Like, why not? Because you're tapping into joy. There's a joy to it. So why not ride that wave? So I want you to take a moment right now before we really get into today's connecting with the angels, who, by the way, are just like, I checked in with them this morning. I said, well, are you guys ready? And they go, well, we've been ready since you decided to teach this. The question is, are you ready? And I go, I think I'm ready. Okay, I think I'm ready. But before we get into that, I just want you to think about, this is why they're saying holidays are significant, okay? Because not that everybody's celebrating Easter, obviously. We know that because it's different religions are not necessarily celebrating it, okay? But it does mean a lot of people are, right? You and I know that. So when those occasions happen on the earth plane, we can tap into that, like ride the wave of that, right? Like the energy there is elevated because more people are in that kind of celebratory mood and or being reflective. It's obviously a spiritual occasion. So they said, why not use that? Like, there you go, right? It gives us more. I just hear them saying there's more oomph to go through the door between this world and the next. And that door, by the way, that you take goes through your imagination. Okay. If you have been studying with us at all, especially those of you in our academy, you may have heard us say, that imagination is your doorway, the passageway to the other side. Well, it is. That also means using your imagination, which is not the same as using your conscious mind. Okay. Because using your conscious mind would mean, like, if I told you to think of something specific or to imagine something specific. Okay. That's not imagination. That's like visualization. Right. So, but if I said to you, just use your imagination to tune in, meaning like what just comes to you, what comes into your awareness, what comes in your mind, what do you see, feel, or hear, or just know? We're going to practice this today a little bit with you too, but that's using your imagination to get an answer to something or get guidance, get a message, right? It's not you consciously going into your physical logical mind to figure it out. That is not imagination. Are we clear on that? That is not imagination. That is you using your logical, physical mind. So that's not the same thing. When we say use your imagination and see what the answer to your question is or what the guidance is, then you just trust like what comes to me. And if it doesn't come to you right away, that's okay. It may come to you later when you least expect it, like when you're relaxed, brushing your teeth, washing dishes, anything mundane, or driving your car. It doesn't matter. When you're kind of in almost a hypnotic state, because we are rather, don't get freaked out, but when people are driving their car, they're kind of in a light hypnotic state because they're used to being in their car, like driving to work. They're not needing to figure things out, right? They know the route. So the spirit world can interact more with us. Okay, but we're kind of getting off to another subject that we teach about here. So, but I just want you to emphasize to you that this day is very special. And again, you can revisit this recording, tap into this field, because everything's happening now. So even though tomorrow will no longer be Easter, if you watch this tomorrow or next week or a year from now, you'll still connect to the experience. And I want to make that clear. And you can ride the wave of this, ride the energy of it, and use it in whatever way you prefer, or your imagination guides you to, right? If all we do today is help you to trust your imagination, because it's your access point to your guides, your angels, to your loved ones on the other side, if we get you to do that more, or at least move in that direction, their spirit's saying, the angels are saying, we would have done our job because we're kind of more hooked you up. Okay. But it becomes with you understanding the process. All right. So we're going to get right to it because, oh God, the angels are just like coming in strong. So they want to first just let me speak for them about the times you and I are living in, because today is Easter 2025. And I think we all agree the world is a little bit topsy-turvy. And we're just going to use this term very lightly. It's okay. Everything is changing on planet Earth. And the angels just want you to know that they've got your back, right? They've got your back. They want me to remind you that the other side, not just the angels, right? But all, and they're saying all of your loved ones in the spirit world come through stronger in times of crisis and transformation, which is what these times are. I don't think I need to prove that to you, right? Okay, so these are challenging times and they're also exciting times, all right? This is a powerful opportunity, they're saying, for us to really step into who we truly are and connect to our soul, which gives us access to the other side and allows the angels to come through to assist us and guide us through our imagination. They're pointing to that too. That's why they had me talk about imagination. They say, that's how we talk to you. We give you these insights. We give you these epiphanies. We give you these messages and that you think are coming from your logical mind. And I see them going, no, 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 it's not from your logical mind. It's from the other side. They said, we can't tell you who it is exactly. We can't tell you that it's Archangel Michael necessarily, or that it's your loved one in the spirit world, or that it's a guide or your higher self. He said, but we can promise you this. The message, the interaction you're getting, the experience you're having is from a benevolent source that is doing everything in its power to help you. They're saying, most of all, to help you wake up to who you truly are, because they're saying that is how you get through this time of crisis. You are not going to go through it easily if you do your best to just stay who you are. Like, I don't want to change. And we all know people in our world who are doing everything in their power to keep everything the same, like, or even try to go back. Let's go back to, they're telling me, to the Industrial Revolution, right? Like, and we're not going to talk about a particular president who believes that we should go back to manufacturing, which is insane because, AI is going to change the whole planet. And so what? We're going to go back to the early, like 80 years ago? What are you talking about? But there are people that are just so terrified that they believe that's the answer. Like, well, we should just go back to what it was, as if what it was that amazing. That's just in their minds in retrospect, right? Well, that must have been better than what it is now. And it's like, they're saying magical thinking. This is what the angels are saying. Talk about magical thinking. That's what it is. If we just go turn back the clock, everything will be better. No. It doesn't work that way. Evolution is always a forward process, right? So they're saying, please understand that because you're living in the time of transformation, you need to transform or don't. And your choice of that is going to determine your experience of this crisis. Then it will either be a full-on crisis or it's going to be an amazing transformation. And they're saying you get to choose. Do you want crisis and cataclysm and breakdown, or do you want transformation, illumination, inspiration, evolution? Okay, doesn't mean it's going to be easy. They're saying, change is not usually easy. It doesn't have to be that hard. It depends how your belief systems are lined up. Like, are you living as your authentic self? The greater the gap is, like, because everybody's different. Some people are closing in on being their true self, right? Other people, they're like, the first time ever they heard of the concept and they haven't been living authentically ever. So they have a bigger gap, right? So it's going to be more of a struggle. So it depends where you are. Everyone's different. But no matter where you are on that continuum, you can bridge that gap because that's what you're here for. If this even is half interesting to you, right? If the idea of it calls to you, even if you're feeling some trepidation. Now, again, these are the angels' words because I'm just translating. They say, even if there's trepidation, like you go, oh, I feel called to that, but it really scares me. Like, I don't know how to do that. It's okay, right? The key is if you feel called to it, if you feel curious about it, if the idea just captivates you, even if there's a tinge of uncertainty or fear, that's okay because you can process that fear. It's not about you being 100% excited, enthusiastic, but all of you, without exception, have angels and guides that are backing you up and loved ones who are waiting in the wings, who are also acting as guides, who are also sending you messages, right? So don't worry about, I don't know who is telling me this. Just determine, does this feel good to me? Is the message uplifting to me? Trust your feelings. In this world, especially in the Western world, so many people are just shut down emotionally. They don't even know what they feel. You ask them and they'll say, well, I know what I think. Because the physical, logical mind is real good with opinions. If you notice in this world, right? Everybody has an opinion. But that doesn't mean it's the truth. They just like, well, I know what I think. I know because I know what I've read. I know what I've heard. I know what I've watched on YouTube or TV or whatever. But what I feel, a lot of people are just divorced from that. They don't know. They're not in touch with it. They shut it down or they don't trust it. They think that their emotions are like not telling them the truth when actually your emotions are your inner radar, letting you know whether the thoughts you're thinking or even the beliefs you're holding, when you think of those beliefs, you'll look at them, right? If what you feel when you ponder them emotionally is guidance from your higher self. So if the idea doesn't resonate with you on that soul level, on the higher self level, it's going to just not feel good. It could even make you feel like depressed or upset or sad. But the negative emotion is just letting you know, like, your thoughts are not lined up with who you truly are. They are your emotional guidance system, right? So angels are asking today that if you're ready, they will step up to help you in ways that they've been trying to do for so long. But just make the commitment that you're going to listen. And when I mean listen, I don't mean hearing. Okay. Listen means more like, I'm going to be aware. I'm going to be aware. I'm not going to shrug off synchronicities, which are orchestrated by your higher self as guiding you, saying like, oh, what a coincidence, a positive coincidence. They're saying, yep, this way, this is the way to go. This is the path, right? We're illuminating it for you. You're not going to shrug it off and go, well, that's just weird. Like, I don't know what that's about. That's synchronicity. Instead you'll realize, oh, my higher self is leading me, which means your angels are leading you too, because they're saying, we're all on the same team. Your higher self, your guides, your loved ones, the angels. They go, we're not separated, all of us there. They said, we work together to help you, right? So it doesn't matter you trying to figure out who it is. Later in time, you can get better at this and you can determine who exactly is sending you the message. But they're saying it's I think of it like, if you have a loving, supportive family and you know that their advice to you is always like rock solid, it's always good, it's always helpful, would you care if one of them texted you and you couldn't figure out, well, who sent me the message, right? As long as it was useful, as long as it helped you, as long as it answered your question and felt good, would you care? Wouldn't you just go, oh, I'm so grateful, my family's got my back? And they said, that is exactly how it is. Okay. Many times spirit speaks as one voice because they want to remind you that we're all one anyway. So there's only one of us here. It's only oneness. So don't worry about who's this message from or what's behind it, right? That's your logical mind that thinks it has to understand everything when it doesn't. Okay. And if you're trying to understand everything, you will never make a move forward based on your guidance, because you'll say, I got to figure this out. I got to figure out who's talking to me. Like, is this my partner? Is this my, my father on the other side? Is this my guide? Is this my higher self? Like they said, that's an excuse you're making to just stay stuck. So just feel into the energy. So right now, as I'm talking, they're saying they're beginning to really strengthen your sense of, they're saying not just emotion, not just being emotional, right? Like you're just like always emotional, but saying giving you deeper access to all of your feelings, right? So that you are not afraid of getting emotional, of being, and I don't mean just sad, I just mean the whole range of emotions, for that you just understand. It's like now they're showing me like I don't know what they call it, like you're a painter and you've got a paint box and all the different paints in it are all the different emotions, and that you can paint your life with all the different paints, all the different emotions, but it's not just one shade, it's not just one color, it's a whole palette. And that's what you're here to live, this whole palette of emotions that you paint your life with, and it gives it richness and meaning and depth, right? Don't be afraid, they're saying, of feeling all of your feelings. The reason you're nervous is you're afraid you're going to get stuck. Like you're going to feel, especially if you're grieving, that you're going to get stuck in this sadness and it will never leave. like, I'm just going to cry and cry like forever. And they said, no, you're going to cry or feel whatever you feel for as long as you need to process it so that it clears. Okay. Because I promise you, you can't cry forever. You will come up for air. You'll come up for air the moment it's like the wave of emotion is past. And yes, there'll be another wave of some other emotion, and that's okay. You're here for all of it. They're saying to me to envision that like you're a surfer on the ocean and that you're just riding the wave. And then the wave passes, takes you to shore, you paddle back out and you go, okay, I'm waiting for the next wave. And then the next wave comes and you're feeling a different emotion because they're saying each wave of emotion is going to feel different because every time you experience something, you're different. So even if you're feeling the sadness in one moment, okay, later, maybe later that day or the next day, you might feel a bit sadness again. But they said it's going to feel a little different because you're always different. Don't be afraid of the emotion. Let it roll through you. When you let that happen, then you are alive. They said most people on this world are half dead emotionally, if not completely. And you can tell who those people are because they usually have like no compassion. They're just shut down, and usually they're angry or depressed, dissociated. I think you know the drill. Okay. Those people are just shut down. They said they are the walking dead, but you don't want that for yourself. And if you remain one of the walking dead during this time of transformation, then yeah, you're going to have a rough ride. But if you instead say, all right, I'm going to surf these waves of emotions, I'm going to surf these times of change and transformation, and know that the universe, my guides, my angels, my loved ones have got my back and are going to hold me steady on that surfboard. All right. So interesting. They're giving me this analogy of a surfboard. Not that I've ever surfed. Okay. I live in Hawaii, but no. I've never gotten a surfboard. Never have, never will. Not happening. But they're showing me this beautifully. I just see these waves coming and I see you folks like standing on this board. And this is a visualization you might want to tap into, that you're standing on this board and you're being held. You are being held by the angels and your guides and your loved ones. They're holding you and helping you navigate that wave and enjoying it like it's a thrill. I don't know if you understand it, but surfers often talk about surfing being a spiritual experience because they're one with the ocean. So you understand? So it's really an amazing thing. And I now that I think about it, I wish I had done surfing when I was a kid, right? But it is. So and that's why many of them are addicted to surfing. Not necessarily, most people are not going to be right like class professional A-class like surfers, right? But I know people, I have friends who just can't get enough of surfing because of the high, because you're connected and in the flow. And the angels are saying, see, it's a very much kind of a metaphor, a symbol of just moving through life and riding the waves, and each wave is different, and some are huge and challenging and intense, and others are gentle and rolling, but it doesn't matter because they love the experience. They're here for the ride. So you folks enjoy the ride, right? They're saying we've got your back. And if you're doubting it all, right, just ask. You can ask for signs. They will give you a sign. But you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. I don't know about you, but I'm getting signs like crazy. It's just crazy. And they're doing things. The other side are doing things that just blow my mind. Every day it's something. And it's not just Alan, right? It's my guides, it's spirit, it's source, my higher self, right? I don't try to figure out who it is. I just know that they're here and they're directing me. And these coincidences that happen, I know are not coincidences. They're leading me to what I need to learn, what I need to know, what I need to explore. And it just shows up. And it's almost like I'd be crazy not to take notice and go, oh, all right, I get it. You're telling me this. And then if I'm not sure, I'll go, they kind of know it. And I'll go, well, really? And then I'll get these signs like the other day seeing on my clock 444 twice in one day. And that's you only can see 444 on your clock twice in a day, right? Unless you make it turn the dial yourself. So I go, all right, I get the message. You're saying, yes, we're serious. This is what you should do, right? They are growing stronger. And all you need to do is start paying attention. They've said they've always been with you. They've always been trying to get your attention. So it really is just a matter of you tuning in and trusting whatever you're experiencing instead of shrugging it off. The more you do that, even if you're not 100% sure of what they're saying, okay, you say, okay, I'm not sure what I just experienced, but I know I experienced something. That's all you have to do. If you just do that, it'll get stronger. If instead you have some experience and you just go, well, that was weird. They're showing me, you basically just threw that into the trash can. Like, well, that's weird, right? So your choice is either to throw that experience in the trash can or say to yourself, wow, that's interesting. I know something happened. I wonder what that is. I'm going to find out. Right? Maybe not right that minute, maybe in time, you'll get it, right? Lean in that direction. I hear them saying, it's really not hard, people. It's just suspend your disbelief and say, I'm going to explore this, see where it goes. And then when you do see that there was a meaning to it, right? That there was a purpose to it, what happens then is your belief gets stronger. Of course, they don't expect you to believe all this right out the gate. If you're new to it, angels are saying, we get it. But you do end up developing your belief when you give it a shot and you go, okay, I'm going to start paying attention. I'm going to note, I'm going to be aware. And then you reflect back and go, wow, yeah, that turned out, I got this message and that was appropriate. That really helped me. Now they say you're onto it. Now you're like establishing a belief in yourself till the time comes where you go, I know I'm guided. I know spirit's with me. I know my loved one is with me because you've built that up. But it doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from you leaning into it and being willing to pay attention. Right. Right. So, all right, they're saying they want to have you take a deep breath in right now because they've been passing a lot of energy to you. I don't know if you can feel it, but they've been sending you a lot of energy to open you, calm you. So just take a breath in and breathe out, just at your normal pace, right? They're saying, if you're in agreement, we are opening your crown chakra to just pass to you this attunement, this energy attunement to help you more easily receive these transmissions of energy, these downloads of information, insights, your creativity also, they said we're helping you with. We're basically accessing source energy, consciousness. So take a breath in and exhale and let go of any doubt or worry or stress. Any disbelief you might have, just let it go. You can always pick it up later. You can choose to not believe later if you want to. But just for today, let go of your doubt, let go of your worry, let go of your fear. Let it go. Let it go. And you're opening your channel wide, right? And allowing that source energy to just flow through you gently, easily. It's just flooding your body. It's self-intelligent. It knows where it needs to go. It knows exactly what pace, what strength, and to what degree you need this energy to work through you, to open you up. Okay, this is more, they're saying, for spiritual purposes, although everything in this world is created from spirit anyway, so it's all going to have an effect, but it's primarily to help you spiritually open up more, right? Expand your field more, expand your awareness more, help you be, yeah, more cognizant of their presence, right? So don't be surprised if you start to sense things that you weren't able to sense before, or maybe in a new way than how you normally sense the unseen world. They're saying, we come to you now with gifts of the season to celebrate your own resurrection from being, in that sense, like the old you, the dead you, the you that you want to evolve from, right? To be born again, to be born anew into the authentic version of you. This is what they're giving you. And I see clairvoyantly, it is like a gift. So whatever, if you feel that or see that or sense it at all, then receive it. You don't have to see it. Just say yes to it, even if you don't see anything. Or you can say no to it because you have free will. You say, no, no thanks. They're saying, we're giving you this to assist you, to create a stronger connection with you so that you understand who you truly are and always have been and always will be, all right, as an aspect of the creator. You're not less than the creator. You're not greater than the creator, but you are part of the creator, and the part that you are is equal to the all, right? And that is the truth. So they're opening you up, allowing this energy to flow through you so that you can feel more of your connection to your soul, to the spirit you are on the other side that is there right now and never has left, that you feel plugged in. I'm just watching the energy move. I'm not guiding you because they're saying they just want to work on you in their own pace, in their own way. So I'm not going to say this is where the energy is moving, because what I'm saying is it's moving through all of you differently. It's moving through different areas of your body and your aura. And for some of you, it's lingering in certain areas much longer to restore it, to balance it. So this is why they don't want me to guide you in a certain sequence, but to do it with each of you uniquely. So this is kind of customized for you by them. Just notice whatever you notice. And if you're not sure you notice anything, that's okay. You're doing great. You don't have to be able to feel any of this for it to happen. I'm one of these people that I don't really feel a lot of things. And yet amazing things happen, when I do healing on people or do other things. It's just everybody's different. What I can tell you is what they're doing with all of you is just bathing you with this light, right? While they're also working on your energy body and your physical body. But at the same time, there's this just light. It's like a shower of light that's pouring down above you, in addition to the light that's moving through your crown, through your body. That light internally is circulating, moving, again, clearing things, balancing things, strengthening things. Take a breath in, exhale, focus on your heart. And if you want to, you could place your hands on your heart just to focus your awareness there. And they want to clear your heart of whatever heaviness, sadness, resentment, anger, anything that's been weighing on your heart. So it could be worries, burdens emotionally, and also just to strengthen your physical heart. Okay. Because what you feel emotionally does affect your heart. All right. Beautiful. So just receive it. Take a breath. And on the exhale, imagine, see, or feel that you're expanding your heart, like you're opening your heart as wide as you can, just using the power of your intention. Just open your heart. Just feel all the love you have for your loved ones here in a body and in spirit. And most of all, please feel the love you have for yourself. And as you do that, the angels come in with their love. So they're beaming their love to you, amplifying this unconditional love that is who you are. It is your essence. Love is your core frequency. Anything that is not of love is not you. Love is your soul identity. That's it. Just love. So be the love that you are, step into that. And if you are in agreement, we suggest choosing to be this version of you that is love, because that is who you are in the spirit world, is the embodiment of love, of God, of source, all that is. Step into that. That is your true identity. So feel into that. What does this person think like and act like the true version of you? Can you tap into that? Whoever they are, she is, he is. Can you experience that? Imagine that. Let your imagination, which is connected to source, let it show you that. This is you. You might not see who you are, but you might just know who you are, or sense or feel in some way. Just reach for that. This is the true you. And as you tap into that true, authentic version of you, bring that knowingness back into your body, into your personality here, right? To integrate with who you've chosen to be in this life, right? Because you've chosen a certain personality construct in order to experience the 3D world, but you want the upgrade. don't you? Especially during this time of transformation, it would come in very useful. So take that upgrade in, this higher version of you. Bring some of that energy in, right? It is you. It's not foreign. Don't worry, you're still going to be the personality you are, the higher octave version of that. Okay, you will never cease to be who you are. But this is about up leveling you. So take that in, breathe that in. Let yourself just be immersed in this energy that is you. That is the love that you are, the love that you always have been. This is your power. This is your truth. And this is you. That's beautiful. Take a breath in. Hold it for a moment. Feel into the shift and exhale. Every moment you're shifting. You may not be able to perceive it. It may be imperceptible almost, but you're shifting, you're changing. You cannot not change. Even when you hang on tight, do everything you can, you're still going to change. That is one of the laws of creation. Everything changes, including you. This time of transformation will go easier for you if you lean into the change instead of resisting it. Embrace the change. Be fearless. This is the time to have faith and courage. And most of all, to have the belief in your divinity and in your power as the unstoppable, uncontrollable soul that you are. Now the angels invite you to ground yourself to the earth by sending grounding cords down to the earth through the base of your spine. Send that energy down into the core of the earth, anchor it. And then once your cords are connected to the earth, draw up that earth energy into your body, bring it up through your feet, right? Up your legs, into your thighs, up into your pelvis, into your stomach. Pull it up to your chest, your shoulders. Let the energy pour down your shoulders, down your arms. Let it fountain out of your hands. Yeah, feel that earth energy moving through the palms of your hands. And that energy is filling your aura. Then bring that earth energy up your neck. Let it fill your head. Let it go all the way up to the top of your head as it fountains out of your head into your aura. So that the true you, the love that you are, that version of you, so that it is anchored into your body, into your aura, and it's filled your field, your auric field. This is your energy, right? And the angels are saying, anytime you feel as if you're disconnected, remember this experience or rewatch this video and call them in and connect to this true higher version of you. We're not even going to call it your higher self. This is your soul, really, your soul self. Connect with that part of you, and you'll feel yourself rising in your frequency, because this is who you truly are. And the only reason you would ever feel that you're not is because you're choosing in that moment a thought or belief that contradicts it. So you may have chosen a belief that you're powerless, or that you're a victim, or you're not worthy. And that's going to be experienced by you as a sort of disconnection, although you can't really be disconnected, but you created the illusion of it. So whenever you feel like you're losing your footing in this life, that you've forgotten your power, your divinity, right? The sacredness of your journey, if you've somehow seems to have slipped away from you, just go back to remember this moment. Because once you feel connected, you are forevermore, and because you can recreate it in this 3D world by just tuning into it, by just remembering it. Even if it doesn't feel as strong, you will still have plugged into it because this moment exists forevermore. And you can always revisit it from a new place because you will be in the future, but you can tap into the quote past because everything exists simultaneously. And you can tap into that experience. And angels want you to remember that. Whatever high you have ever experienced while in a body, you can always connect to it again. And it will take you further. It won't feel the same. Don't look for the identical experience because, again, you're always changing. But it doesn't mean you can't connect to that higher frequency because it's never lost to you once you have experienced it. It's yours forever. And they say forever, they mean eternally. So connect to it. Now we're going to, I know you're grounded, but we're going to connect you with your loved ones on the other side who want to celebrate Easter with you. All right. So we're going to take you up again. So funny. They're showing me like, let's go up the elevator. The elevator is imagination. We're going up the elevator of imagination. Right. All right. So please put your hands on your heart. And I invite you to feel all the love, particularly that your loved ones have for you in spirit. It can be your whole family, it can be one in particular, doesn't matter. But they're coming in now, flooding you with love. And I see them embracing you energetically. Some of you might feel as if you're being hugged physically, energetically. But whatever you experience, know that they're wrapping their love around you, right? Like there are arms of love around you and holding you, caressing you. Some of you, your loved ones they're practically cooing in your ear or whispering just to reassure you, comfort you, or to just envelop you in love. Because some of you really need it. In truth, we all need it at times, especially in the physical world, not in the other world, in the non-physical world, because there's only love, there's no contrast. But in this world, yes, when you're in the contrast, a lot of times we need to feel the light and the love because it can seem like it's dimmed. So now they're turning up the light and they're turning up the love, and they are bombarding you with love. Some of you are going to feel this cascade of emotion of love, of passion, of joy. And the word they're giving me is it's the time of jubilation. It's a time of reverence. It's a time of laughter too. It's a time of feeling all those emotions, of feeling fully alive, where you're laughing and you're crying. Because laughter and crying kind of can be the same thing. You can cry tears of joy when you're laughing, and of course, tears when you're crying. But profound emotion stirs the heart and often will bring tears, tears of joy, tears of sorrow. It's all love. They're saying, it's all love. Don't you see? All emotion can be reduced to love, even anger, right? Even sorrow. It's all love because everything is source, God, all that is. And so all the emotions are of God, are of source, are of all that is. So embrace it all, relish it all. In the spirit world, you feel emotion deeply, more deeply than you do here. So please, please wake up to the depth of your feelings and emotions so that you come alive. And if you come alive to the degree that is possible, which you can, you will feel, see, and hear and know spirit in a more visceral, tangible, even physical way. Because you cannot feel the other side when they are fully alive if you're half dead. Impossible. Your frequency is not high enough. So come alive. Come alive. Don't be afraid. Feel everything. Nothing is going to stick unless you need to experience that for a time, because it will change as long as you don't resist it. If you resist the sadness, then it will stick around because you're fighting something is like gluing that emotion to you. So if you don't want the sadness to linger, let yourself feel it. Let yourself ride the wave, and it will take you to shore, and you'll paddle out and go back to feel some other emotion that makes you feel alive. So now the angels and your loved ones just bringing in on top of the love this peace that is just your connection to source, so that you know that no matter what happens in this world, you have a port in the storm, that center where your soul resides. And that's in your heart, but it's also in your mind. It's in both places, right? Your heart and your mind be connected. Don't just focus on being in your head. Be balanced in your mind and in your heart. And that's what they're doing, is forming this link between your heart and your mind. And when we talk about mind, we're talking about your whole mind, not just your physical mind, but your higher mind and your physical mind blended and merged as one. So they work together. So we're unifying both of your minds. So you'll be of one mind. And your heart is a unifying force of that. Because the heart doesn't think logically. It doesn't. The heart is the heart. It just knows. the truth, feels the truth. It's the physical mind that can get confused, that thinks this is all there is in the physical world. It's just physical. And it's the physical mind that gets stressed and then conveys that stress to the heart, which doesn't understand that, because the heart is meant to just feel what it feels and be in its truth, but it will take on the stress energy of the physical mind. And you don't want that. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, set the intention, if you choose to agree, to balance your higher mind with your physical mind and to unify it with your heart so that you're in tune, your mind with your heart. Right now, bring your awareness back into your body gently. We're going to ground you again, but very quickly. Just imagine you're sending down that grounding cord or a rope or a tube, whatever you prefer to visualize. Send that down to the earth, anchor yourself to the earth, and bring the earth energy up into your body. Let it fill your body up. It knows what it needs to do. And let that energy pour out of your hands, pour out of the top of your head, and fill your aura, fill your space, so that this experience is grounded into your awareness, into your body, right? So that you can live from this truth, so that this shift can be a permanent part of your existence in this time and space reality that you've chosen to incarnate in. And I hear the angels say, know that all is well. Know that you are always guided and protected. And that you can never, ever be destroyed or lost. And that you're never alone in your space. Feel us. Be with us. We are always here with you. Always. This I know to be true. You are never alone in your space. So we are a mere thought away. All you need to do is close your eyes. And if it helps you, maybe to turn the switch, so to speak, put your hand on your heart and just talk to us, and then trust whatever happens next, whatever your imagination delivers to you in the form of a symbol, a word, a song, a thought, a message, a sound, a feeling, whether that feeling is emotional or physical, like tingles or chills or heat or a touch. All right, they're saying we're coming in stronger now and for the next several years because we're here to guide humanity. We're here to guide you. And you are here to serve as well. And we are working with you and through you. And so, whatever your purpose is in this life, if you don't know what it is yet, you will discover it. And if you're open to it, will lead you to that. You may not know it today, you may not discover it tomorrow, but if this is your destiny, you will find it, or it will find you. That's funny. That's what they're saying. So if you don't find it, it'll find you. Your destiny will find you. But don't worry, because that's the definition of destiny. You can't run away from it. It will come, right? So you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to think, well, what am I here for? Like, what is my destiny? Don't worry. Just stay open. Just be optimistic. Can you be, again, this is what they're saying, can you be delusional in your optimism? That will take you far during this time of crisis and transformation. Be delusional. Tell yourself that everything's going to work out, because then it must. Then it must. You have the power of all creation within you. This is the time to step up and into that knowing and claim it. Claim it. This is the way forward, to not only help yourself, but to help others that you agree to serve and help, whether that's your family, whether that's in some work that you're doing or going to step into doing, whatever that is. This is the time to be who you truly are, which is source energy in a physical body with a higher mind and a physical mind working together as one, so that you're guided and you know that, you feel that, you trust that, and you live authentically. You speak your truth lovingly, but sometimes loudly if it's required, but you're never afraid, and you're not shrinking, you're not hiding, you're not playing it safe. Because if there ever was a time when it was dangerous to play it safe, this is the time. This is the time. Playing it safe, not following your guidance, not being the true you, could be the most dangerous thing a person can do right now, because that means you're living life blindly, and then chaos and disasters can befall you. We're not trying to scare you, we're just telling you the truth, right? Because these are such polarizing times that we're all walking this fine line. So either choosing truth and love and authenticity, or you're choosing fear, you're choosing to play it safe, which is really fear, because you can't be destroyed. So if you're playing it safe, it's a fear thought, right? So if you're playing it safe, playing it small, keeping things small, then you're shutting off your connection to source. And it's going to be at least a bumpy ride. Maybe for some of you, a very rocky ride and painful ride. Okay, that's how you'll know. Am I aligned with who I truly am? Am I living my truth? Or am I following my joy and following my guidance? Let me just see what else they want to say. All right, they just want to beam you more love right now. Just really turn it up. It's funny. I hear them say, let's turn it up. Let's turn it up. Let's bring in all the joy. The joy. They're just saying joy, joy, joy. So much joy, so much laughter. God, I hope some of you can feel this and hear this. And even if you feel sad right now, can you at least try to smile? Just smile. Don't think that you're being fake. It's okay. But your body doesn't know. Like if you smile, you're actually changing the chemicals in your body, right? Because it believes you. So you smile, you start to shift automatically. Your body starts to feel differently. Your emotions feel differently. So smile. Smile broadly if you can. Alan says, show all your teeth if you can. Like smile that big. And your loved ones are saying, when this is done today, can you go find a mirror and just go stare at the mirror and smile and say, I love you with a big smile. Say, I love you to yourself and to them, because they are all going to be looking back at you in that mirror, loving you back, smiling back, and you'll feel it on some level. They're saying, we promise you. That's what they're saying. Promise you, we promise you. You'll feel it on some level. Okay, so that's the end of the formal portion of our Easter event. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the chat, right? If you want to share anything of what you felt. And I do recommend you watch this again. Watch this as often as you need to or want to. Okay. We will send you the replay. Okay. So nobody's commenting. Is everybody like asleep? You guys asleep? Or you guys like went to another planet? Teresa says, the love bombs I'm getting. Oh my God. Good. That's what they wanted to give you. Planet love, Susan and Richard say. Cleo says, lovely. Thank you, Pam. And thanks, Marie, for sharing a bit of history about Easter. Pam Laxton says, I still feel happy. Well, good. Keep being happy. Danny says, oh, no words, just no words. I felt everything. Joy, love so strong, was sobbing, laughing. All my relatives and friends on the other side were here. So wonderful. Yes, they're all here. We told you it's a party, Easter party. Teresa and Robert, feels like my heart will explode. Maxine says, such love brought tears to my eyes, happy tears. Mel says, it was wonderful. Thank you. You are so welcome. Teresa says, mine too. Danny Robert brought his family too. That's okay, Peggy. Peggy fell asleep, but says she woke up in time. That's okay, Peggy. You can watch this again. Jeannie and Michael, she says, I felt so much love, my whole family, tears of joy. Great, wonderful. Yeah, Danny says, I know that all the relatives are going to stay and join their Easter dinner tonight. Oh, yeah, I have no doubt. Alan's trying to get me to go out for dinner. And I go, I'm being more logical, right? Like, well, but I've got all this food. He goes, heck with logic. Like, whatever, I'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do. So much love. Okay. So again, rewatch this, okay? If you feel like you're dipping a little bit in your positivity, we've got more coming very soon to help everybody kind of stay steady in their positivity and help manifest the life that we prefer. Because we've reached a point where, not quite yet, but I've kind of taught most of what I've needed to teach, to have it like in the vault, so to speak. But now we're moving toward really helping everybody center in being who they are. So it's another level, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to help you folks, but it's for me too, because I'm along for the ride, right? Because we need to develop what is a term for it is spiritual resilience. to have this spiritual center to take us through the storm. Okay, this is what's going to be required. It's not going to be about using your logic or being practical. The other side is completely illogical. Okay, but yet it sees the truth and sees the bigger picture. So we're going to double down on kind of helping you be immersed in these higher energies and in this love, and so that you develop and that you change. Okay, not just like you feel a little bit better, but that you are going to use these tools we're going to offer to keep you steady and transform because knowledge doesn't change people. Knowledge and the things we're teaching helps your logical mind, physical mind go, okay, I understand this. That makes sense. There's a basis for this. It helps you understand like the workings of the universe or creation. But that doesn't by itself heal anybody. It's just information. So experience is what heals people and transforms them. Experience, direct experience, right? It's that. And so we are going to shift a little bit, or not shift completely, but branch out a little bit to more being experiential. And we'll share what that is very soon. But I'm very excited about it. And Spirit has given me the message about it, like hitting me over the head with it, like, okay, I get it. I got to go do the work that you want me to do. But it's kind of a congruent but complementary path to the coaching we do in our academy, which we're still going to do. That's still my passion. But this other path is that works together. It's like they're linked, but it's a bit different. Those of you in the academy, you'll understand it when I explain to you later. But it's all good. It's the evolution is what they're saying. It's evolution of our work. All right. So let me just read some of your comments here. Sue says, thank you so much for this, Pam. I will definitely be doing this again. I've never felt so much love around me. Oh, that's beautiful. Lisa says, I felt a lot of peace, also joy and love, but a tremendous feeling of peacefulness. Wonderful. Nell says, this was very special. I could feel the difference. Okay. Yeah, and the love doesn't end, guys, right? Love has no beginning and no end, just as you and I and creation. There was no beginning and there's no end. Existence, by definition, just exists. So existence has always existed. You and I have always existed. There's never a beginning of you or me, and there never will be an end to you or me or anybody, right? All right. Danny says, this is incredibly special. I rewatch this one at every holiday, and even if it's not a holiday. Yeah, like Alan said, thank goodness it's Friday. Let's watch the video. He says, why don't we film a TGI Friday video? God, he's so goofy. Completely goofy. I'm going to wrap up with telling you like what he was just driving me crazy again. Like today, I'm getting ready for your class, and I have playlists on my phone, right? And so one playlist is just our songs that are more romantic, they're more emotional, of course. And another one I have is a playlist for when I work out. And so those songs are more like rock or more jazzy, right? They're more like because it's to get you energized, of course. Like I'm not going to be like this beautiful love song when I'm trying to work out. So I hit my workout playlist, and the song that plays is Jefferson Starship singing "We Built This City on Rock and Roll." That's to give you the idea of what I'm aiming for, right? The vibe. So that song's playing, and I'm like kind of like getting all into that. And then the next song that plays is Michael Jackson singing, I Can't Stop Loving You, which is on our other playlist. And I go, hey, what is the deal here? And Alan goes, well, I just wanted to hear that song. I go, wait, this isn't about you. This is about me wanting to get, ramp up my energy. And he goes, oh, and I just wanted to hear that song. This happens all the time. He'll like repeat a song because he goes, I want to hear that song again. or other things like this. Okay. And I'll go, okay, so these things are really normal for us. And I'm sure it's normal for other people in our academy, but this is how the other side is here. All right. And they're just getting stronger, folks. We're just warning you. We're just warning you. Nothing gonna stop them. Nothing. And they are coming through stronger because of this being the time of crisis and transformation. They always come through stronger when the planet is going through this shift. And I taught about it recently, about what's called to our academy. I talked about the fourth turning. It's a time historically, it's every so many years where things just, they do break down and to be transformed. Okay. The last time the planet went through this was World War II. So we're kind of there again, yet it's different. Okay. But that's why it's a time for people to step up and into their power. They want to navigate this with grace and ease. It doesn't have to be cataclysmic for you folks because they are here to help, but you got to let them in. And if you're not letting them in, then yeah, it's going to be pretty rough. Pretty rough. Oh, Susan says Richard and Les gave me and Donna the song Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Yeah, that's right. Nothing's gonna stop them on the other side. Nothing's gonna stop them. So it's a question of, are you gonna stop them? Like, are you gonna block them? Or are you gonna like go with the flow, right? Are you gonna ride the surfboard with them? Or are you gonna jump off the surfboard and they said and drown? Drown in the chaos? You're going to drown in the chaos, or are you going to ride the surfboard over the waves, right? Over the rocky waves and get to shore and then pedal out again and ride again, right? Or are you going to just flounder in the ocean and be buffeted by the, all the waves and sucked under in the undertow? It's your choice. You can ride the wave on the board and never even feel the ocean, but ride it. Okay, guess which they would prefer for you to ride the wave. All right, so we're going to wrap things up. Love you, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Have the wonderful rest of your Sunday, whatever you're doing. Some of you it's nighttime, I know. Some of you it's early, maybe earlier than me even. But whatever you do, just remember to go get that mirror, okay, and have a big smile on your face and say, I love you. Out loud would be good. I hear them saying, that's an order. That's an order. Say out loud, I love you, and feel it. Yeah, they're telling me, don't tell them to just say it. Tell them to feel it. Feel it in your heart, right? I love you. I love you. And say it to you and to them. Because they're laughing. They go, because we're all one, right? So if you say it to you, you are saying it to us. That's how creation works. So happy Easter. We love you, love you, love you. And now go find the mirror right now. Go find a mirror. Okay, no dawdling. Now go find that mirror. Okay, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.